Wednesday's journey really began late Tuesday just before midnight. Leaving home with the stars still visible, I set out on a well-planned route. My destination? The magical world of Walt Disney World with a cargo of forklifts essential for their daily operations. The appointment is set for 8 a.m., and as every truck driver knows, timing is everything. As I navigate the familiar roads, the importance of being ahead of schedule resonates with me. It's not just about punctuality, it's about cushioning for the unpredictable. Road closures, traffic snarls, or even a sudden change in weather. The road teaches you to expect the unexpected. Arriving too early and you wait. Arrive late and, well, that's not a good thing either. The run went smoothly and I encountered no issues. Approaching the Okahumpka Service Plaza, I'm more than 2 hours ahead of schedule. I guide my Peterbilt through the Turnpike Rest area, assessing the open spots. At just after 5 a.m., there are many parking places to choose from, but as I can see from the trucks parked in the Create a Space parking places, last night this place would have been full to capacity and then some. Finding a spot, I back my truck into it. It's moments like these, the careful maneuvering of a giant machine that remind me of the skill and precision this job demands. Now parked and settled, I reflect on the run. Using the split sleeper berth rule to my advantage, this break isn't just a pause. It's a strategic part of my journey. These moments off the road count towards my 10-hour break requirement for the day. With 8 hours in the sleeper berth left for the day, I'm not just killing time, I'm recharging, planning, and preparing. It's in these quiet moments that I understand the job of a trucker isn't just driving the truck. The freedom, the responsibility, and the unique perspective it offers comes from management. We manage shippers and receivers, 5 clocks, dispatchers, shops, equipment, and ourselves. Although my watch only says 1:45 p.m., my day is reaching its end. For most, the afternoon is just reaching its stride. But today, for me, it's time to wind down. I arrive at the Flying J Travel Center in Lake Park, Georgia, just north of the Florida line. When planning my stop, I used Trucker Path. Their prediction is that it would be very easy to find parking at this time of day. Pulling into the travel center, the ease of finding a parking spot is a small victory. Timing is a subtle art in trucking, and I've planned my stop perfectly. While many drivers are still navigating the roads, I'm settling in early, avoiding the evening rush when parking becomes a sought-after commodity. This stop is more than just a pause. It's a calculated part of my day. Thanks to the 2-hour break I took earlier at the Okahumpka Service Plaza, I'm not just ahead of schedule. I'm also aligning with the regulations that govern our roads. Today I only need an 8-hour break in the sleeper berth, a benefit of the split sleeper berth rule. It's these small adjustments and decisions that keep a trucker's schedule both compliant and efficient. Finding a spot, I park my truck amidst others who've also chosen this early stop. There's a sense of quiet efficiency in the air, a shared understanding among those who navigate this lifestyle. As I settle into the sleeper berth, the hum of the travel center fades into the background. It's a moment to reflect on the day's journey, the roads traveled, and the job well done. In the life of a trucker, such moments of rest are as vital as the miles on the road. Even though the sun is still high, for me, it's the end of a day marked by strategic planning and smooth execution. Here at the Flying J, amidst the transient community of truckers, I find a brief respite, a pause before the journey continues. After 8 hours, I will not have a full 11-hour drive clock, but more than enough to get to my shipper near Pendergrass, Georgia. As my dash camera captures the quiet pre-dawn roads as I make my way to the shipper, it's a peaceful drive, the world around still asleep, unaware of the bustling day ahead. Arriving at my destination, the clock reads almost 3 hours before the shipper opens to load my truck. In the trucking world, this is not just early, it's a strategic decision. The quiet, empty loading docks are a perfect place to rest. This time allows me to take a much-needed nap, not just for rest, but also to regain valuable hours on my service clock. In our line of work, managing hours of service is as crucial as navigating the roads. Some shippers and receivers offer the convenience of on-site parking, a crucial factor in planning routes and stops. It's a small gesture that significantly impacts a trucker's schedule. This shipper is one of those considerate locations, allowing me to park on site and wait for the loading time. It's a simple yet effective way to ensure compliance with regulations while maximizing efficiency. This early arrival isn't just about being punctual, it's about smart planning. By arriving well before the shipper opens, I'm able to manage my hours more effectively, ensuring that when it's time to load, I'm rested, compliant, and ready to go. As the week continues, the next break in my schedule approaches, an 8-hour sleeper berth break. The destination for this required pause is the Pilot Travel Center in Waynesville, North Carolina. Known for its smaller size, this travel center presents a challenge unique to places where space is a premium. The importance of backup plans in trucking cannot be overstated, especially in smaller stops like the Pilot in Waynesville, where parking spaces can fill up rapidly as evening approaches. In this profession, flexibility is just as important as meticulous planning. Finding a parking spot here can sometimes feel like winning a small lottery. To my relief, it works out perfectly this time, as the footage shows several available spots, saving me from resorting to a prime reserve space, which often comes at a cost. Securing a spot amidst the rows of parked trucks, I can't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. It's these small victories that make the job rewarding. The ability to find a spot without additional cost is not just a matter of saving money. It's about the efficiency and effectiveness of my planning skills. As I retreat into the sleeper berth, the camera continues to capture the dimming lights outside. This break is a time to recharge, both for myself and for the hours remaining in my service log. The clock nears 9:30 p.m. as the week continues under in dark of night. This time of day brings a new challenge, finding parking. Despite the late hour, I still have time on my clocks. There's no rush, but it's time to locate safe and legal parking. The first option is a rest area, easy parking, but often full as it was this time. In the trucking world, arriving at a rest area to find it full is a common hurdle. I do not park on ramps. The risk and illegality of it weigh heavily on my conscience. It's a matter of safety and peace of mind. Without a legal parking spot, a restful sleep is impossible. Moving on, I head to the second rest area, hopeful but prepared for disappointment. A space opens up just as I'm pulling in. This moment of serendipity saves me from having to resort to my third option, a paid reserved space at the next travel center. Settled in the rest area, I can take my break, reassured by the legality and safety of my parking spot. It's a simple comfort, but in the life of a trucker, these small comforts make all the difference. The next phase of my journey brings me to the Flying J Travel Center in Springfield, Missouri. It's 10 a.m. on a Saturday. This time of day is a sweet spot for truckers seeking parking. The early birds have departed, and the night owls haven't yet arrived. Not all parking spots are created equal. My choice of the right spot is strategic, a spot that will be easy to exit from when the truck stop fills up later. This foresight is crucial in trucking, where every decision has a ripple effect on the next part of the journey. But finding a good spot is more than just about ease of parking and leaving. It's also about avoiding the pitfalls of create-a-spot drivers. These are the ones who, in a full lot, park haphazardly, often blocking others. It's a frustrating reality in truck stops, turning departure into an unnecessary challenge. Settled in my chosen spot, it's a brief pause in the day, but a necessary one. Here, I can take a break, knowing that when it's time to hit the road again, I won't be hindered by inconsiderately parked trucks. It's 10:30 p.m. on a Saturday evening, and the road brings me to the TA in Edmond, Oklahoma. Despite the late hour, there are plenty of open spaces. It's not really secret, but the further spots often remain available even late into the night, offering a quicker search for parking. My preference in parking is specific. I look for a spot flanked by trucks on both sides. It's not just about the sense of security it offers, but also about predictability. With trucks already parked on either side, the chances of being disturbed by late arrivals are minimized. This choice of parking spot is more than just a habit. It's a carefully considered decision that enhances sleep quality and peace of mind. In the transient world of truck stops, finding such a spot is akin to finding the perfect piece in a puzzle. As the first rays of Sunday morning light the sky, I find myself pulling into the Flying J in Tucumcari, New Mexico. At 9 a.m., the parking lot is welcomingly spacious, with plenty of spots to choose from. This early in the day, the vastness of the parking area is almost serene. It's a perfect time for a break, not just to rest, but also to strategically manage my driving hours. This stop is not just a pause, it's a calculated part of my journey. Planning a 2 to 3 hour break here is essential. It's these carefully timed stops that help me regain valuable time on my clocks, aligning perfectly with the hours of service regulations that govern our routes. When running rolling split, sleeper berth breaks, it is important to calculate ahead to plan the stops. There are times when a 7-3 will work, times that an 8-2 will work, and times that really require a 10-hour break to get that full 11-hour clock back. It's 7:45 p.m. on a Sunday evening as the journey leads me to the Flying J in Winslow, Arizona. Pulling into the truck stop, a familiar tune instinctively plays in my mind, echoing the iconic line, "Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona." It's moments like these where the road, music, and memories intersect, creating a unique soundtrack to a trucker's life. Unlike the bustling nights of weekdays, Sundays here offer a welcome respite, with ample spaces waiting to be filled. As I settle into a chosen spot, the footage captures the peaceful ambience of the Flying J parking is not just about stopping. It's about finding a moment of tranquility in a life constantly in motion. This evening, the tranquility is palpable, a perfect setting for the 8-hour break ahead. This break is more than a routine stop, it's a strategic pause. By taking these 8 hours here, I'll regain enough time on my clocks to reach the first delivery location on this load. In the intricate dance of hours of service management, stops like these are meticulously planned to ensure both compliance and efficiency. The clock at the top reads nearly 7, but in reality, it's almost 5. This time discrepancy is a constant challenge on the road, especially in a place like Arizona, where the absence of daylight saving time adds another layer of complexity to a trucker's life. With just over 2 hours before the receiver opens, I find myself parked just outside their fence. It's a testament to the precision and forethought that goes into every stop and maneuver in this job. In these moments, time seems to slow down, offering a chance to plan and prepare. My goal is clear: to unload quickly once the receiver opens. This efficiency is not just about saving time. It's about keeping the schedule tight and moving on to the next stop of this multi-stop load without delay. Docking here is a bit tricky, but I've done it several times over the years, and each time it has gotten easier. This isn't an appointment delivery. I just want to be there when they open. As the afternoon sun casts its warm glow, I pull into my delivery location at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. The hustle of the unloading process is a well-orchestrated dance between the dock workers and myself. Once the unloading is complete, I drop my trailer, marking the end of this part of my journey. Now it's time for a much-needed and well-deserved break, a paid 34-hour reset. Not all carriers offer this, but fortunately mine does. A sense of relief and satisfaction fills me as I step out of the truck ready for a restful break. In addition, they've booked me a hotel room, a luxury in our line of work that goes beyond mere convenience. It's a gesture of appreciation for the hard work and long hours on the road. The tranquil hotel surroundings offer a stark contrast to the constant motion of trucking life. This break isn't just about resting. It's a reset for both mind and body, a chance to recharge fully before hitting the road again. After this break, the journey continues. I'll pick up an extra load from Rialto to Fresno before continuing on with this multi-stop load. The road ahead promises new routes and new challenges. A moment to reflect on the journey so far is captured in the peaceful hotel room. Planning and flexibility have been the keys to finding safe and legal parking each night. Those who end up in less than ideal spots are often the ones who start looking for parking too late. This journey, with its successful deliveries, strategic breaks, and careful planning, showcases the life of a trucker. It's a life that demands adaptability, foresight, and a deep understanding of the ebb and flow of the road. As always, make sure you're enjoying every day at work.